Come to find out, this girl family was trying to fight me and jump me because the story that she told her family was that she was on the bus and I came on the bus and cut her. That wasn't true.
Before we get into the video, like and subscribe.
In a blaze on the ground, so I picked it up and I didn't know how I was like cutting her. I ended up cutting her on her face and we still fight. But somebody told her, girl, you are bleeding. And at this moment, I'm forgetting to tell y'all the most important part because y'all wonder where his sister was. His sister was sitting there laughing. Not laughing because her friend was winning. She was laughing because her friend wasn't winning. Like literally laughing. Turn around, she was laughing. So we fight. His sister laughing at the fact that her friend is getting whooped. She sent her out. I don't know what she told the girl, but the girl came out fighting me for no reason. Me and her never had any words to each other. So I'm trying to figure out where all this energy coming from. So after I cut her with the blade, you know, someone was like, girl, you bleeding, you bleeding. It was either my friend or my cousin. Girl, you bleeding, you bleeding. So she stopped. We stopped fighting. So she realized she was bleeding. She walked at family house, my boyfriend's family house. And her friend was far behind. And after she got done laughing, she was like, why you cut my friend? Why you cut my friend? And like I'm on one side of the street, she's far on the other side of the street. And so like I'm ignoring her. I'm like just chaos at that time. You weren't really thinking like I know she's talking this, but she didn't fight me though. She got her friend to fight me. She sent her friend out to fight me. So my boyfriend talking to me, you cut her, why did you do that? Why you do that? And I'm like, I'm just tired. Like I'm just tired of them saying stuff to me. I'm just tired of her bothering me. But the energy was really going towards his sister. It was like, you keep picking at me, you keep saying something towards me or to me, and I'm not saying that back to you, but you feel like I was weak. So I was just tired because it happened for a long period of time. So I just got tired. So, you know, my boyfriend walked me to the house. And, you know, we talking about, okay, what happened, what's going on. I'm like, what's on my face? I got ink in my face or whatever. And I was like, nah. Like, my lips were swollen on the right side, I believe. Just a little bit, like a small. It was swollen a little bit because I ended up biting my lips when I'm mad. Or I ended up biting my lips when I'm fighting. And I do that like self-inflicted on myself. So I do that anyway. So, with that being said, you know, we were just talking about, you cut her. Like, how did you even do that? And da-da-da. And so he ended up saying, you know, I'm gonna go to the house and see what's going on, see how the cut, how deep it is, how big of a trouble you are in. So I'm like, okay, just call me. So me and my cousins go in the house. He called me. He was like, they could end up calling the police because the girl's wound is big. It's on her face. It's down her face. And I'm like, oh my God, like it just hits me, this is real. Like I am gonna go to jail. And even though I was in that moment of being mad, frustrated, everything just hit at one time, it was like, girl, right now you are literally about to go to jail. Was it really worth it? Because even though I was winning the fight, I didn't have to cut her, but I was just so tired. And I seen it on the ground. I'm like, look, I'm just giving my all because I'm just tired. I'm fed up. But teach y'all quit bothering me and leave me alone. So even though that wasn't the best decision that I made, I regret that I did that. And then I regret the fact that it happened to her because I didn't have a problem with her. My problem was with his sister. So the problem that the girl had with me, her name was Monique. She had a problem with me. I'm not sure what the problem was. Her friends sent her out and laughed the whole time while she ended up getting whooped. So I'm not sure what really happened between his sister and the Monique girl. So anywho, I gotta give you more information, right? So he was like, they could have called the police. I'm getting called, my friend, she ended up going to school, right? She was like, girl, are you going to school? I'm like, nah, I'm not going to school. They could have called the police on me. So she went to school. And she was texting me, other people texting me like, girl, where are you? Like, the police up here looking for you. I'm like, oh my God. Like, this is really real. This is really real. I'm about to literally go to jail. And I don't know how long I'll be in jail. So, the police came to my door. I didn't pick up the door. Nobody wanted to help me and my two cousins. And so, my mom's boyfriend came. And the police came back again, and my mom boyfriend opened the door, and they was telling him that they was there for me. And he called my mom like, what's going on? So my mom ended up coming to the house. My boyfriend was supposed to come up there with me, you know, before I ended up going to jail, but unfortunately he wasn't able to come. So, you know, they actually put me in a police car, put the handcuffs on me, and my mom was like very disappointed in me. My cousins was crying. They didn't know what's about to happen. And I'm like, oh my God, this is what I did to my family. So I ended up going to juvenile, and you know, they actually told me to take off everything. And this is my first time going to juvenile because I'm not really a problem. I wasn't a problem child. So my first time going to juvenile, they told me to take off everything. I mean, literally everything, panties, everything.
If you want to hear the rest of the story, click on part 3.